So you've got a disapproved ad sitting in your Google Ads account and you want it live again. Well, if that's you, you're in exactly the right place, because this video is the full current and updated process for getting a disapproved ad approved in Google Ads. I'm going to show it to you in the precise order you should be doing this. Now, if you've seen my earlier video on this topic, I owe you a correction and an update since then. Back then, I told you that the big juicy appeal button doesn't actually work and that you should really just skip it and go straight to talking to a real human at Google. Now, that was true when I said it a couple of years ago, but it isn't anymore, and that's why I'm doing this updated video. These days, that big juicy appeal button should actually be one of the first things you reach for, but, and this is where people really burn their chances, you don't just hammer it straight away. There's a hard limit on how many times you can push that button, and most advertisers burn straight through their limit, clicking it again and again, thinking that's going to help without even realizing there is a limit there in the first place. So stick with me, because I'm going to show you the new updated method for getting your disapproved Google Ads approved again. You definitely want to follow this video, not older ones, because the method really has changed a fair bit over the past few months. Later, I shall also give you a fill-in-the-blanks message template that gets a real human at Google to actually do something for you. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. My name is Daryl, and I've been running a Google Ads agency called Big Flare for over 13 years now. On this channel, I share the latest Google Ads strategies for growth straight from the trenches. Right, let's get to work. Okay, so step number one, and this is the step that everyone skips. Before you click a single thing, you need the exact policy name that you were disapproved under, not something to do with healthcare, the precise policy word for word. Now, if you've got a few of these, the better place to look is under the policy manager. You can find it by going to the left-hand sidebar under tools, then troubleshooting, click policy manager, and then make sure you're on the policy issues tab. That's going to give you every policy problem in the account in one handy list, instead of you having to hunt around for it ad by ad. Now you want to find and click through to the actual policy page and read it. Properly read it. I know you think you already know what it says, but please just read it in detail word for word anyway, because everything that happens next depends on it. Okay, so once you've read it, you've got the most important decision in the whole video to make. Is Google actually right? There's going to be two answers, and they lead to completely different actions. First answer, yes. Google has a point, and there's a legitimate concern that you can fix. Maybe your ad copy makes a health claim that you can't back up, or your landing page is missing something the policy requires. If that's you, fix it first. Do not appeal an ad that's genuinely in breach and just hope that Google doesn't notice and approves your ad. Edit the ad, make it compliant, save it, and then appeal. Okay, so the second answer is no, you think Google's wrong. You're genuinely compliant and the machine has made a bad call. Now, this happens all the time, so it's totally possible, and in that case, you have to appeal as is without changing anything. But just notice what happened either way. You read the policy first before you touched the button. That's the whole shift from my old advice. The button deserves to be first move now, because response times are massively faster than they used to be, and you more often seem to get a better result from the appeal button these days. Just don't hit it willy-nilly. Actually read the policy, fix anything legitimate, then appeal. Now, here's the reason why I keep banging on about not firing that button off carelessly. You may not realize this, but Google actually gives you a maximum of 3 appeals per ad. 3. That's it. After your third unsuccessful use of the appeal button, the in-account route is closed and support is now your only way through. 2 more rules stack on top of this, and they catch people out all the time. First, the timing. Leave at least 24 hours between appeals on the same ads. Appeal inside that window and it comes back marked duplicate, which achieves nothing and risks eating up one of your limited attempts. Second, volume. Mass appeal everything repeatedly and Google can suspend your account until you contact support. If that's you, you've just turned a disapproved ad into a much bigger problem. So don't do that. Do not just spam tons of appeals at the same time. 3 attempts, 24 hours apart, no mass spamming. Treat those appeals like they're expensive because they really are. Quick pause before I show you the appeal flow because this is the sort of thing that I write about every week. Each week I send out a free email newsletter with Google Ads tactics for growing brands. I share what's actually working in our client accounts right now, plus the platform changes Google doesn't bother announcing. Like the one I'm about to show you in just a moment, which shipped with no blog post and no fanfare at all from Google. So link for the newsletter is in the description below. It's totally free and it takes about 10 seconds to sign up. Right, let me show you how to actually run the appeal. Okay, so you've read the policy, you've fixed anything legitimate, and you're ready to appeal. There's 2 places you can appeal from. One of them is the policy manager that I showed you earlier. Make sure you're on the policy issues tab, find the specific ad that you want to appeal, and then just hit the appeal button right there. You can also do it straight from your ads page. So find the disapproved ad in your account, and then you just hover over the disapproval text, and then you're going to see a little floating box with an appeal button right there that you can use. Now, after you hit appeal, you're going to get a dialog that opens up and Google's going to ask you to pick one of 2 reasons. First one, dispute decision. This is for when your ad is already compliant and the machine got it wrong. The other one is made changes to comply with policy. So use that option when you've found something legitimate in your ad and you already fixed it. Now pick honestly, because if you tell Google you made changes, Google is expecting to find changes. Then you submit and you wait. Most ad reviews now finish inside 1 business day, and if it's still under review after 48 hours, that's your cue to troubleshoot. Now you can watch the whole thing happening by going over to your policy manager and then tabbing over to your appeal history. You'll see in progress for any appeals that you recently made, and then you're going to see a result column where options could be successful or partially successful or failed. And 2 options in here that you really don't want to see. Duplicate would mean you appealed too soon, so the second one didn't count. And exceeded retry limit, meaning you've burned all 3 appeal tries. Appeals are genuinely fast nowadays, by the way. The agency stub group has reported that appeals resolve within 24 hours in 99% of cases that they analyzed. That's around 70% faster than it used to be. And that's a finding from an independent third party, not a number that Google has been publishing. And I can say that me and my own team over at Big Flare have observed the same. We've noticed faster decisions in most cases, and we've noticed the appeal button more often having an impact that it didn't used to have. So that's the whole reason why I switched up the recommended order of doing things for the disapproved ads process. Okay, so let's say your appeal comes back failed. Every instinct you have says submit it again. Don't. Google's own guidance here is genuinely useful and almost nobody follows it. Instead of resubmitting, make a minor edit to the ad. Change some ad text or the final URL slightly and then save it. Saving an edited ad forces the system to do a completely fresh crawl of that ad. So rather than asking the same system to reconsider the same decision, you're now handing it something new to look at. And a fresh crawl can get you a fresh decision. That one move actually rescues a surprising number of ads that previously had looked completely stuck. Now, Google recently made a big change to the deadline on approvals that I have to flag for you because Google released it silently. No blog post, no announcement. They just updated a documentation page and then that was that. Here's what you need to know. As of 21st of July 2026, you can no longer appeal a policy decision from inside your ad account if that decision was made more than 6 months ago. After that, support is your only route. And Google hasn't actually published any exception process. The reason why that matters is that most accounts I look at have a graveyard of old disapproved ads that everyone gave up on years ago. Those disapprovals now have an expiry date on them. So go into Policy Manager, see what's sitting in there, and deal with anything you still care about before that window shuts. If it's already older than 6 months, don't waste an appeal, go straight to support, and use the template I'm about to give you. Right, so you've used your appeals or your disapproval is too old to appeal, and now you need a human at Google to help you. This is where a lot of people write a furious paragraph and get absolutely nowhere. So I built a fill in the blanks template and it's got 6 parts. Part 1 is the exact policy name you were disapproved under, the one you grabbed by hovering over the ad's status at the start. Part 2 is a link to that policy's page on Google's site. Part 3 is where you demonstrate you've read and understood that policy and you state clearly that your product is compliant with it. That signals that you're not a chancer, you're an advertiser who's done their homework. Now, part 4 is new since the original video on this topic. Describe the corrective action you've already taken. It's there because of that appeal flow I just showed you, where Google makes you choose between dispute decision and made changes to comply with policy. If you're claiming you made changes, you need to say exactly what you changed. So spell it out. I removed this claim from headline 2. I added this disclaimer to the landing page. Whatever it was, describe it in detail. Part 5 is optional, and it's your insight into why you think you were wrongly flagged. This is optional because it needs some familiarity with your niche and how it works in Google Ads. For example, in the supplements world, advertisers selling completely legitimate over-the-counter supplements often get wrongly flagged as if they were selling prescription drugs. If that's my situation, I'll say exactly that, which shows the person on the other end that I know what I'm talking about. And part 6 is the closing line, which is the most important line in the whole thing. Do not leave anything to the imagination here. Explicitly request a manual override and say that if a manual override isn't possible, what you want instead is the specific details of exactly what triggered the flag. That works for a slightly cynical reason. It's often easier for the person at Google to just approve you than to work out why the machine flagged you in the first place. You can grab the full template in the description below this video. Just pop your email in and I'll send it over. Last thing, and it's the shortcut that beats everything I just told you. If you've got a dedicated Google rep, go to them rather than the general support line. A decent rep can get a disapproval sorted far faster than support ever will. So who actually gets a dedicated rep in Google Ads? Well, Google doesn't publish the spend threshold. So this is my own observation from the accounts that I've seen, and this is not necessarily Google's specific policy. But above 6-figure spend per month, $100,000 and up, you'll almost always get a Google rep reaching out to you at some point. Below that, and it's less predictable, but I've seen reps reach out at $50,000 and sometimes even $30,000 per month USD in ad spend. So overall, I'd say anywhere in that 30 to 100,000 range, you might get a reach out, but you also might not. Now, with Google Reps, I know the objection because I have it too. Google Reps can be annoying when they're always recommending you to broaden your targeting and spend more money. But if you're in an industry that gets hit with disapprovals often, a good rep is genuinely high value. So if one approaches you, give them the time of day and build the relationship. Because they're a bit like health insurance. You don't always need them, but when you do, you'll be very glad that you kept them around. Now, if your ads are back up and you want to make sure they're actually making you money, the video to watch next is the one I ask you to give me 25 minutes. It's linked right up here. In that one, I take you through the changes I'd make to lift the return on ad spend in a typical e-commerce account in the exact order that I would make them. Go and watch that one next, because approved ads that lose money aren't much of a win. All right, guys, go and get those ads back up, and I'll see you on the next one.